biggest mistake I made was not keeping track of my life. When I wanted to manifest things and create things, build things, grow things, I stopped tracking. So today we're actually about to just grab a journal. It's very simple. Come with me. All right. So we're going to go into this place called Paraplus. It's, I think, one of the best things to do is to just surround yourself, with books. And where can I find a journal for writing? Nice. So I like to grab the ones that are like really open so I can draw inside of them. It makes it a lot easier for me to actually like get my ideas out. And I'm still pretty manual. I have like other tools that I like to communicate to myself on. But this is a foundational piece for what I'm going to show you later. If you're trying to build something cool, which one is empty with like dots?
Like this with line like this?
Yeah. Thank you. So I like the ones with dots because I can make lines by myself. I like having a little bit more customization when I'm creating something. This is going to be what I use to build out my next part of my business. Right now, we are doing about 150 to 175,000, and it's just like not making sense. So I want to use this to fix that, and everything's going to come from my brain onto this, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to organize things in my day so that we can make that possible, so we can get into more like a milli. You know what I'm saying?
It's starting.
All right, so it's been a few hours since I bought this book, basically brought it home. I am right now, we're doing about just over 6 figures every single year, just like almost 200, which is, I think, bad. So yeah, this is just like an unscripted version of like how I'm going to walk myself through becoming a multimillionaire. Number one thing is earlier, like last month, we decided to like fix all of our backend systems in our business. So technically I'm like an info product seller, a coach, and I have been since 2022. Yeah. So anyways, multiple 6 figures, but yeah, it's about time to like scale up. I'm thinking to either go like what I've seen that works, that's scalable, but unscalable, is to do a monthly recurring model where instead of doing high ticket and trying to like hop on the phone and explain to someone why things are so expensive and blah, 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 blah. So I'm thinking to do like something quite unscalable, which would be like meeting with my community like once a day and then having them pay like a monthly reoccurring. That seems cool. I think we could easily get to like $100,000 a month like this if things make sense. So anyway, I'm just going to walk you through like my thinking process around that, because I'm thinking the issue is that because I've labeled and branded myself as an astrologer, a lot of people don't even know that I coach. And then like, let me show you guys this. So this is pretty much like my content over the last like month or so. Today is August 4th. So no, this is like 2 months ago. I have a few videos that went super viral. And like when I did like a hook analysis through this AI tool that I built with my coach, it's just me like giving out ChatGPT prompts. So I'm like, okay, from the front end, I'm giving away value for free. And then like, how are these people converting? So I'm like literally trying to figure out what that even looks like at this point. So yeah, oh my God, this thing's so small. So yeah, basically it's like, we're getting content up, we're getting leads. Like last month we collected over 9,000 unique emails. And I'm just like, okay, what's the gap between what I'm doing and what's actually happening? Cause like when other people look at my business, they're like, you're sitting on a gold mine. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking that's the route. And one of my coaches, that's what he does. It's just like a $300 a month community. And he's teaching AI and like how to make your first few sales with AI. So that's kind of like the direction I think that's better for me. When I look at my birth chart too, like I have Saturn in the 11th house. And that means I should be going all in on like group coaching stuff. So I think that's really what I want to front load the whole business with after like looking at the data, looking at the information. I really don't want one-to-one clients because I feel like I have to like remind them of what to do. And like, I have to like text them like, hey, did you do that thing that we talked about last week? And it's like, it's so stupid. I mean, accountability is technically what they're paying me for, but it's just like, I want people who can encourage each other. So I feel like putting more time and attention into that would be more realistic. So anyway, let's get into the journal thing so I can show you guys how I'm going to make that happen. Okay, so one of the best things I learned when I was younger, plans or anything, like you actually want to make like 50-year plans. So it's crazy to think about, but in the next 50-year plan, I already like made a mistake. It's cool though. So the cool thing about dot journals is you basically get to draw your own lines. And I like that because let's just say I want to make $100,000 a month. Emotionally, it won't change anything in my life. But if I make a plan, so how many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. So 12 to 24, 2, 4, 6, 8 line. 2, 4, 6, 8, I think. Yeah. 2, 4, 1, 2. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect line. Okay. So now I can basically like customize this journal, which you'll see me pull out semi-regularly. So if my goal is something, I need to focus on inputs. I need to focus on the inputs more than anything and the actions associated. So for example, if I want to become like famous as an output, so famous, rich, fit, handsome, generous, if those are like my goals for myself, right? So I'm just like drawing out an example. Pretty much 80% of my time needs to go into inputs. So like, for example, if like, let me just list out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if my goal is to be famous, rich, fit, handsome, and generous, what do I need to actually create that reality, right? So I'm going to look at my birth chart, which I already have, but I'll give you guys some clues as to how you guys can do this shit yourself. So obviously I can't tell you, you have to go check out the other videos for that. But if I want to be famous, I would need to, for example, something that's been crossing my mind is posting daily on YouTube. The actions solve problems. And the input, if I want to be rich, I need to solve problems. Actions listen better to people. If I want to be fit, the input is eat better, sleep better. Actions go gym daily, 30 minutes plus. If I want to be handsome, I need to have rituals as my action. So rituals in the morning and night, which the input for that would be like skincare, hair, yeah, shit like this, eyes, of course, nails. If I want to be generous, give without expectation, and then the inputs create more value. Okay. So now where the 50-year plan actually comes into this is when you're creating a 50-year plan or like a 10-year plan, Saturn in your birth chart is going to help you actually crank out these goals and make this like way, way, way more easy. Now, one of the mistakes I used to make often was, and I actually was doing this earlier this year, is like thinking that it should just be planning for the year. Now, when you set out a 50-year plan and you just focus on the inputs, like posting daily on YouTube, solving problems, eat better, sleep better, skincare, taking care of my hair and eyes, and then create more value. That sounds really simple, but like basically anything that's not that is a problem. So if I want to get like really, really, really like popular and have like legacy, one of the things I would need to do is I need to talk to more people online and offline. So I'll just put like an O and O. So this is like an example of a 50-year plan. Now, the more in depth you go with something like this, the better. Because a lot of people, the mistake they make is they're stuck trying to figure out what the hell their niche is. When in reality, like your niche is whatever you are good at the moment you start doing it. So if you're naturally good at something, that's your niche. And if you could help someone figure out how to do that, like that's your niche for now, until you learn a different skill. And then you start stacking skills up. And this is ultimately what I realized is like, if you really want to get ahead of people, like do the things that they're not willing to do. So if I want to have a fucking sick ass business, like let's just say I want to be a billionaire, right? 1 billion saved, just like something stupid amount of money. The actions is I must have something aligned with AI, and it's a non-negotiable because people became millionaires and billionaires off of social media, and AI is going to just like blow that out of proportion with Pluto in Aquarius over the next 20 years. Like that is the only move. If you want financial freedom, location freedom, all of this stuff, your shit needs to be involved with AI in some capacity because it's not going to stop. A lot of people did the same thing with social media. Now everyone's on it. 99% of the population doesn't know how to use it, and they wish they did. So I believe it's better to just start early. I just got on social media 5 years ago, but before that, I was posting for clients. I was making content for clients, helping them sell their stuff online. And I slowly made the transition from selling other people's stuff to selling my own stuff. And it was a great decision. So that should give you like a good idea. If you don't know what to do for your niche, blah, blah, blah. Just sell other people's shit. Like it's really not complicated. Or you can make it complicated. It's totally up to you. Like that's fine. So if I want to become a billionaire, AI, wellness, and info is going to be dominant. I think info products could be bad long term, but I do know online schooling is going to increase because a lot of like the enrollment rates in colleges have been going down over the last 10 years globally. So that's like a pretty obvious thing. Online learning is going up though. And a lot of people don't want to have to enroll into a school to learn a specific skill because most schools don't actually teach you how to make money, which is unfortunate. But I experienced the same thing as a business major and I went to school for engineering. So if I want to become a billionaire, AI, wellness, info are the easiest ways. And what inputs do I need to actually do? I need to build cool shit often. That's it. Build cool shit, like build to completion. In my head, I already know what that is. So this is pretty much kind of like what I did a few years ago when I first kind of planted the seed of becoming super good at what I do, which now people have kind of branded me as like not an astrologer, thank God, but I definitely have a persona. And on my path to actually shifting this persona, my goal is to 100% realign not only this, but also my own personal brand so that I can help business owners get really clear on what they're saying in their content, because I think that is number one. That is like so important. Anywho, I hope you found this informative. I'm going to go now watch a movie and enjoy the rest of my night.